Welcome, what is up? Thank you for tuning back into the Chaos Lair. Of course, I'm Chris Chaos here with the 411 for Monday Night Raw, 7/24/2017. Now, phenomenal show. I'm just going to get that out of the way. Coming off of Battleground, WWE as a company rebounded with Raw. Even though I didn't hate Backlash as much as a lot of people did, Raw was way better. This episode of Monday Night Raw was just way better. First and foremost, I want to again put over WWE for their video package that they had on the Special Olympics and everything that's going on there. Really publicizing what the Special Olympics do is just remarkable that WWE would do this, and you know they have that partnership for a reason, and they're using it very well. So I approve. Raw starts off with Angle, Braun, Joe, and Roman all, one by one coming out. Everybody wants the title. Everybody deserves the title. Everybody's going to get an opportunity for the title. Fatal 4-Way, those three and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, which is what I've been saying for a couple of weeks, and it's also probably the best idea for SummerSlam. With SummerSlam almost being on equal playing field as WrestleMania in the minds of those people at WWE, you get the sense that you want to try to fill as many spots as possible. So now we have, four. I mean, anybody could walk out at the champion and it would be, okay, I get it. If Roman wins it, though, then everybody's going to be pissed because everybody hates Roman Reigns. If Joe wins it, everybody's going to just shoot for the moon, and the same thing with Braun. I would love to see Joe win the belt, honestly. And with all these MMA rumors with Brock, I don't know if he's going back to UFC or not. If he's going to Bellator, I don't know what he's doing. But we will see. The no DQ match between Elias and Finn, fantastic match. Even better finish. And a lot of people will hate the finish because they would have rather seen, for one, they would have rather seen Finn win. Just because he is so much over what Elias is. But those people will miss the point. They don't understand how this works. Finn needs to put over Elias for Elias to move up. Elias is new to the main roster. It does him absolutely no good to go in and just get completely beat by Finn and be done with it. Now, they could have done that, and maybe it wouldn't have hurt anybody, but I think it elevates, it does way more for Elias to beat Finn than for Finn to beat Elias. And the way they did it with Bray costing Finn the match, Finn is able to go from this storyline into this, or back into this one, and now have even more of, pent up frustration and fuel added to the flames to get one up on Bray, which I'm hoping SummerSlam, and I'm hoping it's a gimmick match, and I'm hoping that it's going to be tremendous, and it probably will be. Emma time on TV with Kurt Angle. Let's just rejoice for just a second. Okay, enough rejoicing. Cass beats Enzo. Post-match beatdown. I just don't know how. This isn't something I would have done. I would have had Enzo go over here. But they've got something planned with Cass. And they're trying to really prove a point with Cass just beating down Enzo and then beating down the Big Show, which just went on way too long. If you're going to one-up on the Big Show, and I guess Cass would have been it's the right time and the right person to do it against the Big Show. Big Show's on the later end of his career. Cass is a young up-and-comer. He's also can see eye to eye with Big Show, so I get it. I just don't like it. I don't like the booking. I understand it, but that don't mean I gotta like it. And that don't mean I gotta agree with it. and I don't on either front. Nia and Emma. Emma sold like a fucking champ for Nia Jax, which does always happen for Nia's opponents, but Emma did, and I think she did it for several reasons. Knowing what I know about Emma, which is not very much at all, but from what I can surmise of the person, she is trying to get somebody's attention backstage, and it's probably Vince, and it's probably Triple H, and it's probably Stephanie, and it's probably writers, and she wants that spot. I mean, when you are told to get on camera and say, what about me, what about Emma, there's different ways that you can say it. You can say it like they want you to say it, like, oh, you're playing the part of the person who feels like you're screwed, or you can actually feel like you're the person who is getting screwed over, and you should have already had this have gotten to this height of popularity and fame, or whatever, and that's how I feel like she is she really does feel like she's been passed over, and it's horrible. I think it's horrible. And she really did start the women's revolution. Her and Paige were the two that started the women's revolution in NXT with that match at Arrival. Those were the two. If you don't agree, go back and watch it. And also do more research on WWE's TV at that time. Go research and look it up and see what the divas at the time were doing. Not much. They were having good matches most times, but it's not like today, and it wasn't like that at that moment with Emma and Paige. That's the way it started. That's really where it started, and that's all I got to say. It's whatever. But Nia beats Emma. That flipping senton was fantastic. I give Nia a lot of credit for being able to pull that off, because she's kind of a bigger lady. Let's just call a spade. And so for her to be agile enough to do that and make it look good was fantastic. I loved it. But I got to give Emma even more props for taking that. I don't know how it was pitched to her to take it. I wasn't backstage. I don't know Emma personally, nor do I know Nia Jax personally. But I can imagine that Emma, being in the position that she's in, if that was pitched to her, she was probably like, all right, let's do it. Yeah, that's going to look awesome. I can't wait to do it. Because that's going to get her noticed. A lot of times, putting somebody over gets you noticed by the bigwigs in the back way quicker than anything else. The way you put somebody over. And that's in any wrestling company, anywhere. Trust me when I say that. Tozawa and Titus O'Neil, their disagreements, if you will, it's good TV. I love it. I absolutely love it. And then the fact is, Neville comes out, and it's just a phenomenal promo. I don't want Neville to ever lose the title. I'm just going to be honest. At this point, because he is doing such great work, and it's not like he's going one by one every week or every month and taking out everybody. I mean, he's having series of matches with people. So he's not cleaning out the roster, but he is, he had matches with, Rich Swann and beat him, and then Austin Aries and then beat him. Tozawa, and he's beat him. But I feel like SummerSlam, triple threat. You throw in Arya Daivari, whose stock to me, it just keep rising. His work is so crisp and so good. I love it. And he laid both guys out tonight, Neville and Tozawa. And now tomorrow night he's getting a match against Neville. So we're to see how this goes. I can't wait for it. By the way, the match they had last week, Tozawa and Daivari, go look it up. I'm glad they recapped some of it on Raw, because the last part of that, especially the part after the all the events after the match was just phenomenal. The Revival beats the Bayley beats Sasha. What can you say about these? I mean, it's just pure magic between these two. My only critique would be the finish. I didn't like exactly how it happened. I think Sasha didn't lay out enough for the splash, but you know, you live and you learn. Sometimes things don't always go the way you think they should. I feel like it was because Bayley was a little too close to Sasha, and she didn't judge it right. And instead of jumping up higher, she's used to just jumping out instead of jumping up, and so when she jumped up, she just didn't get enough height on it, and she couldn't really lay out like she should have for the splash. But anyway, that's just the way I feel of it. Bayley against Alexa. I mean, it's going to be good. The Revival beats the Club. The Club's babyface now, apparently. I don't know. Maybe they're going to, you know, people are going to rumor, are they going to put them with Finn? Or, you know, whatever. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. The hardest attack after the Revival powder. Good heat between these two. And this was the second week that we didn't get the tag team champions on Raw in ring. They were shown backstage twice, and during the main event, I didn't really understand that. But anyway, maybe they're scouting for future opponents. Who knows? Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, who I thought was going to turn on Seth Rollins at one point, especially after the match, beat the Miztourage. Fantastic main event. It's all good. And by the way, when was the last time Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel main evented a Raw? Probably never with Bo Dallas. And if it did happen, it was nothing that was significant. Like, it was probably a squash match, and I think Curtis has only probably done it a couple times. Somebody call Wade Keller or Dave Meltzer. Get one of these historians on the line and figure out, because I'm sure they can find out very, very quickly. But anyway, that's all I have. Thank you for watching. Thank you always for coming back and watching my videos, those of you that do, which isn't a lot of people, but again, I thank you. Leave a comment, and tell me how you found my channel. Tell me how you found out about me, and tell me what you think of me. Tell me whatever you want to. If I suck, tell me I suck. I'll tell you you suck back, and then we can go on our merry way. Like the videos, or dislike them, I don't care. Just respond some way. Leave a comment, subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter @TheAnswerChaos. I will be back tomorrow night with the 411 for SmackDown Live. Until then, deuces. Chaos out.